Welcome
to the J&O Show.
Where we talk about,
guys, this dude's about to put his whole foot in his mouth. Like he's about to stretch open entire foot insert. Because he gonna sit up here and talking about the beauty level of black women specifically. He's slow. And you get to watch all the way to the end because we got the clip to go all the way to the end. He put the foot in, like he kept on putting inch by inch by inch all through the video.
Yep. You just got to see it.
Here's where I might get controversial.
Yeah.
And I'm not even trying to be controversial.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully I can properly communicate this and you'll check me if I can't. I think what happens in our community versus other communities is that if a black woman is, again, a lot of this is very subjective, right? But if a black woman is really attractive,
yeah,
well, above average, meaning she's an 8, 9, or 10. Now, obviously, 8, 9, or 10 is subjective. Right. But universally speaking,
8, 9, and 10 is not just above average, bro.
Nope.
Now, the scale that a lot of us go by is the scale that Kevin Samuels gave us all. One of the things he gave us before he passed on. Mm-hmm. He was trying to give some understanding of what the 8, 9s, and 10s is. Mm-hmm. He said an 8 is Beyonce. And he said a 9 was, I think he said like Rihanna.
Dang.
And he was like, you really don't get no 10s. I think one time
How did he define?
He was saying facial symmetry, the proportions between the lips and the nose, the way the eyes are shaped. Mm-hmm. The way the eyebrows are shaped, mm-hmm. the height of the cheekbones, how the jawline is, mm-hmm. whether or not the face is symmetrical, are there any scars, are there any blemishes on the skin, is the skin clear, is the skin luminous, like Lupita, she has luminous skin, she has gorgeous lips, you know, and how flawless those are to the general public across all fields is generally what that is. I just want to put it out there, 8, 9s, and 10s, so that a lot of women understand, to a lot of guys who are not simping and they're being honest about it. Most of y'all ain't walk around looking like Beyonce, and Beyonce wear a gang of makeup. Most of the time we see Beyonce, she's done up. Mm-hmm. So they're comparing her to Beyonce done up. Most of y'all, this is not even a black woman thing. Nope. Women in general don't look like Beyonce. Like most men don't look like Idris Elba. Most men don't look like Michael B. Jordan.
Disrespect.
Most men don't look like Morris Chestnut. Most men don't look like Denzel. We don't look like that. We just don't. It's rare. Yes. And the reason I'm saying this is because there are a lot of women in your local town who are pretty, who are cute, mm-hmm. who you may even say is fine. Mm-hmm. They still not 8s, 9s, and 10s, y'all. Bruh. If you were 8, you can get a modeling contract. You'll be in New York for 2 months and you got a modeling contract and you're doing work. That's an 8. So it's different. Above average is the 7 he said that you can't be, and a 6. Yep. And a lot of women who are cute, who are fine, and who are pretty are really just 6s and 7s.
Dang, man.
As fine as y'all are. And I'm just telling y'all that from a 5. I know my place and I'm okay with it. I don't really care because that ain't what makes me special. So.
You know what's funny?
What?
We be talking about this grading scale thing, right?
Yeah.
He won't tell me what number I am.
Yeah, she's a That's exactly what she is. And I'm not going to tell her what she is.
I'm like, really?
At all. Really? At all. Just know that not average to me. That's all you need to know.
Yep.
Play the clip.
Universally speaking, 8, 9, and 10. It's not common to meet a black woman who's an 8, 9, or 10.
Seriously?
And when you meet a black woman who's an 8, 9, 10.
Oh, boy. Why you had to say that, bro? You could have just said a woman.
Yeah, because it's across the board.
It's across the board. You not like black women are not less attractive than every other race of women. Like
Stop it. Stop it.
Like don't do that. That's not common to women, period.
Hold up. You just said it's not common to meet a black woman who's 8, 9, or 10.
As a woman right now, as a woman who you're heterosexual, when you go out in Atlanta, when you go anywhere, how often do you see black women who are 8, 9s, and 10s? That you say that she's an 8, a 9, or a 10. What percent of the time do you see that?
Okay, I'm gonna let him finish talking.
Okay,
but let me just throw this in real fast. To say that 8, 9, and 10
the numbers
is based off of based off of the same standard that Dr. Umar is talking about, the self-hate. So these
No,
people
it's not, no. It ain't off self-hate. It's not off self-hate. It's off just aesthetics. And that's like complexion or hair.
Aesthetic. Okay, so not including complexion or hair.
No, because complexion that's irrelevant. If you hot, you hot.
Okay, not including when we're saying complexion and hair, because these are things that usually are the characteristics of the conditioning we're talking about.
Look, we're not
so
dumb.
you're saying other things like lashes or just being
physical. She's pretty.
Not,
she's nice
not
body.
in shape or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Humor me.
So okay, so
humor me.
Can I say that? So you think black women, in higher numbers aren't fit?
Right.
That?
Exactly.
Okay.
And this goes back to the whole.
I'm not saying I agree with this, but I get.
But this goes to the whole Kevin Samuels.
He pissing me off. He pissing me off. I'm triggered right now. I'm triggered. So look.
Trigger warning.
Yeah. I don't know if black men, and this is not all, but a lot of black men have changed what they like because black women have gotten heavier, or if black men have always liked heavier women and black women just tend to fall into that. Because we do have a weight issue as far as health is concerned in our community. To me, it'd be looking good. You know, my wife is at like her most attractive right now because I
didn't gain weight, y'all.
It was the kids.
Forget the kids.
She was looking for sympathy and I was happy. She was like, babe, I got to get rid of this. And I was like, oh, so I got to try to get all of the happy time I can get with you right now because you're going to lose all of the goods that I like. Okay. So I just wanted that part, but you can go ahead. I just wanted to throw that in there.
This goes to the whole Kevin Samuels thing. Yeah. They're not, right?
Yeah.
So what happens, and black women know this. They may not admit this. Y'all know this. Because if you are a black woman and you are an 8, a 9, first of all, if you are a 8, 9, or 10, no matter what race you are, you know that your
experience is just different.
Your experience is different. Your experience is different, and you know that you're 8, 9, or 10 because men of all races holler at you.
Yeah.
Not one. 8, 9, or 10 is global.
Yeah.
You could be anywhere in the world, any race, men are hollering at you. If only one kind of guy holler at you, you're not an 8, 9, or 10. You're just not, right? So what happens if you meet up as a black man? If you beat a woman who's an 8, 9, or 10, and she's black, she knows it.
Right.
Right? That is a very hard woman to get, period.
Right.
To attract, to get her time, her attention, her devotion. That's probably will be one of the hardest women you will ever in your entire life go after.
Okay, black women. Do we think a lot of these black men we see with let's say white women, be 8, 9s, or 10s?
No. I ain't saying that. Okay. I ain't saying that.
So, okay, carry on. Carry on.
I ain't saying that.
Okay, carry on. That's an aside.
Why we always do that? First of all, this entire conversation is wrong. He was wrong because
I'm trying to wait for him to I feel like he's going somewhere. I could kind of.
I don't feel like he's going nowhere. I feel like he got in the car in the garage with the garage door still down. And he turned on the car. He rolled down the windows. That's what I feel like he did.
Really?
He's trying to get carbon monoxide poisoning. That's what he's trying to do. Like, what in the world? He's making unnecessary.
Well, yeah, because he didn't have to say black
women. It didn't have to be black women. It's just women in general.
Yeah. But that's why I said I hope that he's going somewhere with this, and it seemed like he was.
Okay, we're going.
So that's
why
I'm trying to.
I don't feel like he's going nowhere. I feel like he's in the garage trying to take himself out. That's what I feel like.
Let's see if he opened the garage door.
It's an aside. Carry on.
Right. So what happens is, I told you before, we're one of the only communities where the good guys, like in every other community, the good men are rewarded with the 8s, the 9s, and the 10s. In our community, we're not.
Okay, you're making a good argument. I think you're making a good argument. Okay, I see where you're going with this. Okay.
So what happens?
So a man of a certain level wants an 8, 9, and 10, period. So it could be across the board. So if it's not what in his eyes is a black one, he just wants an 8, 9, or 10. Probably.
Right. So the white guy, the Hispanic guy, the Asian guy, if he's on top of his stuff, he could be like a nerd or a geek. Yeah. He can still get an 8, 9, or 10 in his own community.
Right.
Now, obviously, again, 9 and 10s, she would still choose the guy, the highest earner, or whatever case may be. But it's not uncommon to see a very attractive white girl with an engineer. It's just not an uncommon thing to see that, right? In our community, you show me like a 10 black chick more times than not, she's not gonna be with no engineer. More times than not, she wants the rapper. She wants.
That is such a poor. Like that's exceptions. That's a small microcosm of our population. First of all,
that's my no.
Athletes, rappers, whatever. That's such a small percentage. The reason. And there's way more 10 black women to serve them.
Yes, and that's the reason.
So most of them are with just other successful black men who are not in the entertainment.
You just said that you're with me. You said you're with me.
No, you just lost me.
Like, I lose you yet. That's the reason why the ones that we know of them, they're not married. They're hot as shit, fine as whatever. They're not married. Yeah, but I'm saying,
joking,
right? But they're not married because of what you just said. The numbers don't align. There may be, first of all, there are only like 400 NBA players. They're only like, I can't remember how many NFL players. I'm sorry, yeah, I'm talking total of all races, right? Same, and of those 400, only like maybe like 100 make real money. NFL is probably like maybe like, I don't know, 1,000 and so on and so on. So you're right. So there are more black women. I mean, there are more hot black women in Atlanta, whatever, that can cover all of them. That's why when you meet them, think about it. Whenever you see a black woman who's really hot, she's almost never married. I don't care if she's 20, 30, or 40. She's almost never married. Think about it. I'm talking about, again, 8, 9s, and 10s. Not no 7.
I don't know. I'm not in that crowd, so I can't really say. 8s, 9s, and 10s are rare.
Well, now that you gave the Kevin Samuel scale with Beyonce, Rihanna, and stuff like that,
Nicki Minaj. He said Nicki Minaj was a 9. I don't know if he was hedging bets or what. She is pretty, but I don't know if she would be a 9. I'm not sure.
Well, if you're talking about symmetry, I know one time he said Kelly Rowland.
He said Kelly Rowland was like a 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like the symmetry and everything in their face.
The way the proportions are from everything. He said she was like a 9.
I don't know if I can rock with that. I was trying to, wait and hear to see, trying to help the brother out, see where he was going. Because, he put his foot in the mouth from the beginning. Yeah. But I felt like he was trying to go somewhere with it.
At least I see why he was specifically pointing out black
women. Yeah.
He was basically making a commentary that our culture sucks.
Yes.
Yeah. Basically.
And it's backwards. Yep. And
because we're looking for the wrong things.
Because we're looking for the wrong things. Because not only do we want the money and all this stuff, we still want the guy that's the guy that's ultra popular, the guy that's not awkward and stuff. Like, a lot of women would not want Steve Jobs if he was a black man. Okay. I think this is what he's saying. A lot of the women wouldn't want Mark Zuckerberg if he was a black dude. The exact same, but just a black guy. Would he be with a black woman? Well, a black woman who's an 8, 9, or 10.
They're rich and famous, so yeah.
I'm rich.
You know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, because they're rich and famous. Yeah. But if that guy who was a Mark Zuckerberg looked like him, everything, but he was an engineer, so he makes $130,000 a year. Not he's rich and famous, but he's doing very well. He's saying the 8s, 9, and 10s wouldn't be with him. I don't know if that's really a thing or not.
I don't know.
I think there are a lot of factors that depend on that, because a lot of times when people grind from nothing, it's not usually like an 8, 9, or 10 with the guy. Usually that wife is not ultra super fine or anything. She might be pretty, she might be cute or whatever, but it's not usually like she's supermodel and they've been together since he was 20 years old and all of that other stuff. That's not with a super successful guy. I don't know that it usually goes like that. So I don't know about that one. Y'all can let us know about that one. A lot of 8s, 9s, and 10s in the black community are single. I don't know. I mean, first of all, there ain't too many of them.
Unless you're talking about the rich ones, like the ones like celebrities.
I know. I don't know if people would consider Lori Harvey an 8 or if she would be considered a 7. I mean, a lot of people obviously think she's very pretty, regardless of what they think about her behavior, whether they love it or hate it. A lot of people might think that she's a 8 or a 7. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of somebody who's very popular, who people consider generally pretty, even if she's not technically an 8. She's single. I don't even know that many women where I would be like, put them on that level who are not like, it's like Halle Berry back in the 90s was like the 9, the 10. And she was sort of just in and out of relationships. She was just trying to figure it out. She just ain't know what to do. I don't know about that one. I didn't watch that clip to the end. It was the start. I was like, this dude got his whole foot in his mouth. And I was like, we'll react to it and see what we think about it.
Yeah. I don't know. But comment your thoughts down below and let us know what you think. Do you think that this is the thing in our community when it comes to the 8s, 9s, and 10s. Are they single? And if you guys made it this far, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, so that way you can let YouTube know that you appreciate what we're putting down.
What we're putting down.
All right. Hey, everybody. Down in the description, there are 2 links.
One is to a GoFundMe, and the other one is to a video that explains what the GoFundMe is for. Long story short, we have a medical situation with our daughter that we have to pay for everything out of pocket, and we could really use you guys' help. If you have the time, we'd love for you to go check it out. If you have the money, the funds, we'd love for you guys to help. If not, maybe you could send a link to somebody else who can help. We thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Peace.
Press the off button.